Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for all the ways that you bless us. Lord, we thank you for giving us such a good, strong start to our school year, and I just thank you for always keeping your hand of protection on our students and staff, Lord, and I pray for your continued protection upon them. Lord, I pray for your continued blessings on the teaching and learning. I pray that you'll continue to give the increase. I pray that you'll go with us throughout this meeting, Lord, and help lead our board members to the right decisions for our staff and students. And we ask all of this in the sweet and precious name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I will now turn it over to Dr. Morgan for superintendent updates.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. We're having our regular board meeting tonight. We normally have those on Monday nights, but our board will be traveling to a safety training provided by GSBA next week. So we're excited to learn even more ways to make sure we keep all of our students and staff safe. I've got, let's see, Miss Celia Horn, if you want to come up. We've got some special recognition in the audience, and we'll start with Rankin County High School recognition.
So I want to say that BCHerons has, just some outstanding support staff and teachers. So we want to recognize two of those tonight. The first one is Dr. Chad Cruz. Dr. Cruz is one of our agriculture education teachers and FFA advisor. And each year, the state agriculture education staff selects 3 current ag ed teachers from across the state who have rendered outstanding service to the state ag ed program. The National Board of Directors then approves the recommendation for the honorary American degree. Our very own Dr. Cruz was selected for this award, which is given to those who advance agriculture education and FFA through outstanding personal commitment. He will receive this award during the 96th National FFA Convention and Expo in Indianapolis, Indiana, also on November 3rd. All recipients will receive a plaque and medal, and their names will be permanently recorded as recipients of the highest FFA honor.
Thank you. Are you dismissed? If you want to say anything.
Our second recognition is for Mrs. Lori McNeese. She is our head guidance counselor. Lori has been on the Magnolia House Board of Weight Loss for 14 years and has emceed events sponsored by them, such as Dancing with the Stars, for 9 years. She was selected as the 2023 Lilburn Booker Volunteer of the Year Award for her support, dedication, and volunteer service at the Magnolia House Shelter of Weight Loss.
All right, and before I give my update, Craig, will you update us real quick on what you learned from the restoration company and the insurance company on the progress for Hoboken Elementary and the roof repair?
At this point, we have, you may already know, we have roof damage at Waynesville Primary School, at Brantley County Middle School, Brantley County High School, and then the majority of it is at Hoboken Elementary School. We've mitigated the damage to this point. Have the roof secure, or our adjusters come through. We're waiting on the adjuster to process that information and get it back to GSBA with their recommendations, and then at that point, we will get back with you guys and decide what course of action we're going to have with it. Right now, we're just kind of in a holding pattern.
What did you say, Waynesville Primary got some damage?
For shingle damage. Waynesville Primary, and everything seems to be contained to the south slope, not the middle slope from the south, but Waynesville, the middle school, the weight room at the high school, the back of the gym, and then this concessions stand, and a couple of the small buildings there too, that you took into consideration. So
It's still dry inside though, so we're.
Yes. We want to take a look at it though.
Yeah.
we were fortunate in a lot of areas. One, the school was going on too, that all of our rain had already came.
Yeah.
We had a little rain afterwards, but we had a lot of rain after that. It could have been a lot messier, so we were really blessed.
working principal should have had their shingles up, right?
They told me they had to take pictures, I started
Okay.
trying to.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'm excited to be able to introduce you guys to a warrior that is in our midst tonight. Miss Addie King is an amazing and beautiful 8-year-old little girl who attends Waynesville Primary School. She is in the 3rd grade. Addie is smart, loving, full of spunk, real big personality that I just love, and has a smile that will light up the room. She is the true definition of a warrior. She is battling a brain tumor called pilocytic, help me mama.
Pilocytic astrocytoma.
Yes, and Corona mama is a nurse too, so that's a blessing in itself. Anyway, this is her 4th reoccurrence since 2016 when Addie was first diagnosed with cancer. She has completed chemo in the past, it was in remission, but found out a few months ago that the cancer was back and needed brain surgery. And guys, back in the earlier years, they were told that the tumor was inoperable. But this time they did decide to operate, and our Addie, as you can see, came through like a true champ, like she always does. And she's here with us tonight, and she's here with Mom and with Miss Brandy, and they're working on her next stage, her treatment plan with chemo. But Addie, I'm going to ask you to come up here with me for just a minute. Addie is quite a trooper, guys. And I asked her, did she want to say anything tonight? So, did you decide that you wanted to tell people what you loved about Waynesville Primary School or anything about fighting cancer? You turn this way if you want to. Okay, help her out a little bit. I'm telling you, she's got a big personality.
They've always took care of me when I needed them, and when I was feeling bad, they took care of me and let me.
It helped you feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Thompson too?
No, he's from England.
Give that girl some ice cream.
Okay, Addie, the Board of Education and I have a little something we want to give you. Inside this. Inside that backpack is some activities that you can do when you're having your chemo treatment, keep you busy. Because we know we need you to be busy.
Yes.
We don't need downtime for Addie. So thank you, Addie. As you guys know, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness, and like I said, we want to join Addie and her family in this journey that they're on and be there to support her. We love her. She is definitely a bright light at Waynesville Primary School. I think everybody knows Addie. So.
Hey, that's true.
So, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, at this time, we'll take a 2-minute break for those that wish to leave before we start the rest of our meeting. You may go home and have some family time and enjoy and love on your family.
Stay for the meeting.
Stay for the meeting. we are back in session. Is there any public participation? Public participation? You'll please state your name and you have 5 minutes here.
Name and age.
My name is Bruce John, 68 years old, he's gonna be 69 in just a few days. And I'm proud of everyone. I've got several things I would like to say. I tell you that little Eddie, she's precious, and I hate that I missed exchange this morning, but my grandbaby was having great birthday, so I went up there. But anyway, there's several things I'd like to touch base on that I know y'all are working on. One thing being the FFA. Y'all know I've said over and over and over that was eyesore. Well, they're fixing to clean it up and do a lot of work. And when Dr. Medley was here, I was on the advisory board with the child care. And he came to me and asked me if I would serve on the FFA because we had FFA in that trailer that was falling apart. So I stood up here month after month, not being on the board, and brought that over and over and over. We finally got a really nice room. And I'm here for part of that reason tonight. When Barry Chester and his son Bo worked on the land that's behind the old FFA, we found out that we didn't own that. Well, now, or the board didn't own it, well, now they do. When we were working on that, it was to cut the trees, fix it where I believe there's 74 species, and you multiply that by 3, I believe is what Richard told me. So that's what they were planning on doing. Also, we had Mr. Ed Home at that time that was doing the class. Tell me what the class was.
The technology, it was kind of a hodgepodge.
Right.
Yeah.
Part of that, because I had went to Christopher, because I thought, we were going to be able to do all these things. And Mr. Ed Holmes wanted to do a whisper classroom.
Whisper walk.
Okay. And so we were working on that. Well, all that fell through. I know there's talk about, what's going to be done with the land now. And I don't have a vote on that, but I do think that if you do the middle school and the high school, the FFA program, I don't know if the whisper class would still be something that they could do since he's not here. I don't know how that would work. But when Rick Jacobs was here, I would go sometimes and just sit and look at the different areas that we had at the school. And I brought to his attention because we only had 5 courts at that time for tennis. There is enough room on that far end where the old FFA building used to be to build a tennis court, bathrooms, and a concession stand. I still think that's a good idea. I think that would benefit not only middle school, but also high school. And that's just some things that has been eating at me, and I wanted to bring to the attention. And also the land at Hortense that I had went, because we didn't know we owned that, and we found out we did, and a lady approached me about buying it. I went and researched it at the courthouse, we did own it. To my knowledge, there is no written agreement that the fireplace, the fire station has that. I think that was just something, because I researched it. I went to people that was involved in it years and years ago. They have a new fire station now, and I think that's wonderful. But I think if they are going to continue to use it, there should be some kind of stipulation there that they rent it, they buy it, or, whatever, if the board wants to sell it. That's just a few things that has eaten me, and I want to bring it to y'all's attention, and I hope y'all think about it. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other public participation? Hearing none, moving along. For approval of the agenda, is there any additions to the agenda? Hearing none, may I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Thank you. A second, please.
I'll second
Thank you. Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. Deposition of minutes, was there any corrections anyone noticed? Hearing none, may I have a motion to accept them?
I'll make a motion to accept them.
Thank you. A second, please. Thank you, Ms. Kathy. Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. Next will be our monthly financial reports. We did look over those in between our meeting that we had at 6:30. Did anyone, may I have a motion to accept those?
I'll make a motion to accept the financial reports.
Thank you. May I have a second? Also. Ms. Kathy, okay. Ms. Kathy? I'm sorry, was there any discussion about the financial questions? Any questions or anything? Okay, hearing none, Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike? Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna give a shout out for the supplies, because it was actually locally was $180,617.08, and then the local tag taxes collected for cars was $76,078.36, for a grand total of $256,695.44. But the shout out is $180,000 was local, that people supported Breathitt County by back to school supplies, shopping our boutiques, getting back to school clothes, and buying your gas local. It makes a difference. So thank you, Breathitt County. All right, and now we'll turn it over to you with the action items.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. So for our action items, the first one, will be setting the millage rate for the FY24 budget. I recommend to approve the millage rate of 15.3 mills to support the FY24 budget of $35,350,208 as presented. And as a reminder, the bond rate is 0.61.
Okay, we hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the 15.3.
Thank you. May I have a second? Okay, any discussion?
Yes, ma'am, just excited that, about the rollback that this board has worked on through the years to be able to roll it back. Since through 2016, it was at 17, and now we're down to 15.3 mills, and gonna be able to stay at 15.3 mills for FY24, so excited about that.
Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the renewal of Palo Alto from Howard Technology in the amount of $30,423.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation for the Palo Alto renewal.
Thank you. May I have a second? I'll second. Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am, this is our firewall protection for, our internet system, and it's gonna be paid for out of technology budget.
Okay, thank you. Anything from board members? Hearing none, Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the network cabling for Nahunta Primary School pre-K building from Network Service Consultants in the amount of $8,279.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the network cabling for MPS pre-K building.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mike, okay. I get it. Thank you. Any discussion? Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am, this is part of the work for the new pre-K building, and it will be paid for out of the capital outlay.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the FY24 athletic trainer services from the Southeast Georgia Health System in the amount of $26,250.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the athletic training services.
Thank you. May I have,
FY24.
thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am, we've, this will be our third year with this partnership with Southeast Georgia Health System. It's a good deal for us. We pay $26,250 towards the salary. The Southeast Georgia Health System pays the rest. Now, for the last 2 years, we had one young lady, Molly. She has moved back to her home state, but we are going to have a rotation of 3 different skilled trainers, and those names are Rebecca Joyner, Mark Hannock, and Bridget White.
In the course of the year?
Yes, like some, even at football games, you might see
I got
a variety of them there.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the FY24 budget for the Perkins 5 Program Improvement Grant for the CTAE programs as presented.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation for the FY24 budget for the Perkins 5 Program Improvement Grant.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Discussion?
Yes, ma'am, this is the annual budget that we get you guys to approve, and Ms. Sylvia Horn, our CTAE director, has the details outlined that you can see in the attachment there for every line item in the budget.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the Teach Town subscription renewal for the special education department in the amount of $5,971.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the Teach Town subscription renewal for the special education department.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am, this is a program that we've used for years now in Grantland County. We've had a lot of success with our students, so this will be a renewal, and it will be paid for out of the special education IDA money.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the purchase of HVAC units for Atkinson Elementary School and Waynesville Primary School from Legal Doors Incorporated in the amount of $18,855.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the HVAC for ADS and WPS.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Discussion?
Yes, and you can see that all the bids were very close. We're actually having to consider wait time too when we're ordering air conditioners. We get in an emergency situation sometimes, so time is of the essence as far as how fast they can get those air conditioners here.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bus driver incentives as presented.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve the bus driver incentive.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion, please?
Yes, ma'am, as I think everyone in the room is aware, there's a bus driver shortage in our nation, and that has definitely affected us here in Brantley County as well. So we have some incentives that we're proposing, and included in that are some recruitment incentives that can apply to every employee that we currently have, as well as new bus drivers that we get. We're offering a $500 recruitment fee for any employee that's able to recruit a bus driver to applicant to come apply with us. And if that applicant does indeed get trained and work with us for 90 days, which is half a year for us, then that current employee that recruited the bus driver will get $500, but also the brand new bus driver at completion of the 90 days.
And that
will
is
get
any
$500.
employee, not just bus driver employee.
Right, right, yes. Miss Amber Green, if she finds us a bus driver, give her $500.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the custodial bonuses as presented.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the custodial bonus recommendation as presented.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion, please?
Yes, ma'am. In Governor Kemp's FY24 budget for the year, he made the recommendation and approved money for all school custodians to get a $1,000 bonus this school year. And originally, our plan was to award that bonus during the November paycheck, because that's when we give our other employees their supplement checks. And we got guidance from the DOE, they want all school systems to go ahead and give those bonuses to the custodians before September 30th. So that's why we're bringing it to you now to go ahead and approve, so we can go ahead and get those checks out to those hardworking and amazing custodians.
Yes. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I do need a short one.
Okay, may I have a motion for executive session for personnel?
I'll make a motion to go into executive session for personnel.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll say.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy? Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. We are out of executive session at 8:30 with no action taken. May I have a motion to come out, please?
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
We've got one more action item and for personnel there on the agenda. I make the, recommendation to accept the pay scale amendments as presented.
We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the pay scale amendments as presented.
Thank you. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following resignations. Rhonda Harris, Nahana Elementary School paraprofessional. Melinda Thigpen, Hoboken Elementary School custodian. Rebecca Castro, Franklin County High School physical education teacher.
We hear the superintendent's recommendations for resignations. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the resignations presented by the superintendent.
Thank you. A second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following recommendations. Christina Hutchison, Waynesville Primary School, school nutrition employee. Ruth Ortiz, Brantley County Middle School, school nutrition employee.
We hear the superintendent's recommendations. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendations for item.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following athletic addendums. Mr. Joe Allen, Brantley County High School varsity girls soccer head coach, and Miss Amanda DePratter, Brantley County High School track and field assistant coach.
Thank you. We hear the superintendent's recommendation. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion for the addendums for hire for Mr. Joe Allen and Amanda DePratt.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. Anything else? Amen. Motion to adjourn, please.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. A second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And Teresa votes yes. Y'all have a blessed night.